Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the shop. Hey, I want to introduce you guys to Rip. Say hi, Rip. We've got a super cool project today and I want to bring you guys along for the build. It's an office desk build. Super cool customers we've got. Oh man, they are so cool. Not a lot of parameters. They trust what we can do here in the shop. The only thing that they requested is that it house a printer, paper shredder, the little tower, their computer, a floating shelf with a light. Gosh, that's about it. We told them we'd try to get some file storage in there as well. So I don't even have a drawing, but I've got some dimensions on their equipment that's going to go in it. But me and Rip right here, we're about to get this project started. So not only are we going to do the build here in the shop, and it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute to build this, but it's not terrible. But I'm going to bring you guys along for the install too. So I'm excited about this project. I hope you guys find it enjoyable. And me and Rip, we're about to get this thing started, aren't we? All right, folks. All right, guys, let me give you an idea of what we're going to build. I got to start with this top. We're going to glue it up. We're going to do an L shape, and this is about, we're going to call it 61 inches here. We're going to come across here about 54 inches. Be like this, like that, like that. It's an L shape. Now, what I could do, it's big. I could come across here and make a head joint like that and tie them together, whatever. But I think what I want to do is come across here and do a miter joint. I want to make somewhere around 22.5 here on the width. There'll be a cabinet here. There'll be a cabinet here. There's going to be a panel back here underneath. There'll be a panel under here. I'm going to do a pencil drawer. Let's make this the keyboard drawer or pull out here. I'm going to try to incorporate right here a pencil drawer right there. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to get all these boards glued up, and so I can be dry and I'll get to work on these cabinets. All right, guys, this is our material, 10 foot long. I'm going to be able to cut or miter, I don't know, sort of right in the middle or whatever. We're going to glue all this, not all of it up. I'll show you what we're going to do. But what we want to do for starters is to make sure that the grain is alternated. You see this one's going this way, that one that way, and that one that way, this one that way. That's alternated, and that one's that way, and then that way, and then that way. So what would happen, anyway, if you have some that are oriented the same, the grain is the same, you could get some warping, curling. It wouldn't be good. Get that back on. So at any rate, we want to start with that. And now I think we've got that like we want it. Look at that mess right there. I've got some work to do to get these straightened out, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do about that before we get it glued up. All right, so what I've done here is I have simulated my overall length on the left side. This would be the left, this would be the right, and there's no need, in my opinion, to glue up anything right through here when I'm going to cut it off. And am I just going to throw it away? That's high dollar wood, right? It's oak, red oak. It's pretty high dollar. What I want to do with this is, if I know, like right here, I've got to have this much, let's say I come in here and cut there, I cut there, I cut there, cut there, cut there, cut there, and then I'll cut up there. Same thing over here. Let's cut there, cut there, cut there, here, here, here. You guys get it. So when I glue this up, then it's going to be like a stair step. But then I get to keep all this wood for another project. It won't be glued up. It'll just be available for me. I might need it on this floating shelf project that's going to go along with this. But so let's get this cut up, and let's, I'm going to meet you at the joiner I get. Well, let's just come back to the table, and I'm going to show you why I've got to go to the joiner. All right, so I'm going to bring you with me to the joiner here in just a minute. I just want to show you a little something. I've already joined all these edges. You see how tight all these are, no cracks, so to speak. And I get it this way before I glue it up. That's pretty important. No, very important. So we'll do that. But look right here. If you'll look right here, you see this big crack and a little crack and a crack and a crack, 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 crack. Okay, that's what we don't want. So what I'm gonna do is load these on our cart here. I'm gonna take you, I'll meet you over at the joiner, and I'll show you how we straighten all these up, and we'll bring them back over here and get this stuff glued up. But let me show you something right here. So this is the top I've had in the shop. This is actually for me personally, me and Laurel. And this is kind of what I'm going after, the look. So if you'll look at the edge, this is 1.5 inches thick here. And let me show you underneath. It's not made out of 1.5 inch material. It's only 3/4 material with this filler and a laminated piece of 3/4 there, and then end grain. You see these end grains here to simulate that it's full 1.5 inch thickness. And we think that's cool, and that's what we're shooting for. So just so you know the look that we're going for, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna load these up, meet you guys at the joiner. Hey guys, let me show you one thing right here. So something that's very important. When you've got several boards and you move them around, see if I just move these and oh, I don't remember the orientation. Well, it's not that hard. You just, any kind of reference lines. So I drew this one on an angle for a reason. Of course, you guys saw me do this one earlier. This is the main one that I can take and just line those up. Anyway, I can't, there's no way to get them mixed up. You put this one over here, this, they'll all, bam. Anyway, we're gonna get this thing fired up, and let's get these cracks out of these. And then we're gonna get back, we're gonna glue some stuff up. First things first, dust collection. See, that looks pretty good right there. Let me hit this one time. Yeah, guys, see that? Little crack here, a little crack there. Good shape. That's not bad by itself. Now that's not too sporty. Hey, that looks bad. Now that looks good. This needs just a little, doesn't it? Not too bad, huh?
Beautiful.
And then
Yep.
let's see what we can do there. What do you think? That looks good, doesn't it? Hey, I think that looks good. Hey, I'm happy. All right, guys, we're getting ready to glue this up. And I want to take you through this little process. I can take and just, hey, let's talk about this glue right quick. I've got these two kinds of glue. They're both good. They'll both last from now on. This is the Ultimate Force. It even says it on it. The brown glue, the yellow glue, it's all that too. But I think we're going to use this. Do we have this in a glue box? But we don't have it in a glue box. Yes, we do. So look here. We're going to fill that up, and that's what we're going to use for this glue up. But look, I could do just glue, pull them together. But look at these. These aren't like real straight this way. You saw a while ago, we took the straight out of this way, but this way right here, quite the challenge. So what we're going to use is this biscuit joiner, and these little biscuits, what they're called for you guys that don't know, and we're going to use these as alignment. We're going to call them devices, alignment tools, alignment tools. Can we call these tools?
I like them.
Alignment tools. Alignment
tools. I like it.
Apparatus. I like that one.
The apparatus.
Alignment apparatus.
You got it.
So at any rate, I'm going to show you. It's super easy. But this is going to align everything so we don't have to screw with the ups and downs. And how we do that is you just make like a little mark across both sides. Wherever you want a biscuit, wherever you want one of these will go in there. And being that I'm just using it for alignment, I don't have to have them every foot or every 16 inches or whatever. I'm just going to put 4 across here. I'm just going to go 4 all the way across on all of them. 1Z, 2Z, 3Z, okay, and then 4, and so forth and so on. You guys get what it is I'm trying to do here. And so let me get these marked out, and we'll cut these these biscuit apparati.
That's right.
Is that what that would be?
That's right.
All right, guys. All right, guys. I got all these marked where I want my biscuits. Let's get these cut, man. That's a bunch of them. All these. So it's gonna take me a minute, but this just is what it is. Let's do it. terrible as far as time. There's that half. Move on to the other. I'll move my, that's so helpful. Having electric in this thing, I love it. But the thing about electric here, it gives me, this is kind of in my way, but that's okay. I hadn't had a whole lot of trouble, but this is how I get power to this workstation. But it's all right, I've learned to work around it. Beautiful day out.
It really
That's
is.
so cool. Working in here and being able to look out. Super cool. I love that window. Hey, you know something I just thought about?
What?
All we lack is finishing. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
That's a baby.
Oh, that was it. Oh, that took a minute, didn't it? Golly. My goodness. Now I can take my ears out and I can hear myself talk and think and all the good things. Hey, these Bose, these were the sport earbuds. Man, I love these things. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get set up for glue, and I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. All right, guys, getting ready to glue this up. I'm just gonna show you this little process. You see all the biscuit holes, and I did want to mention one thing. These biscuits and how it's just for alignment. Most of the time one would glue down in there and whatever, but I'm not really needing these to hold. And you guys that know about biscuits, you know these aren't gonna hold a lot anyway. They're, what are they, beech wood or something, soft wood. So they're questionable as far as strength, but make great alignment apparati. Is that the word?
That's the word you want, baby.
Yeah, so we'll go with that word. That's
Sure.
cool.
Okay, you changed from the glue bot to the rolling.
You know, I did. I have the little glue bot over there, but I think we're going to be able to pick up the pace with this. So let's just see. Let's just see how it works out. I like this. I like this roller. It's a silicone roller, so it cleans up. This is a water-based glue. Cleans up. And you just roll it on. I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer. I try to keep things simple, don't I?
You really
It's
do.
not much fun to complicate stuff.
No, and you do a great job.
So let's just, now this glue, the Ultimate Force, right?
Right.
It's got a little more open time than the yellow, which is a good thing. Okay, so that's all I got to do to that one. But God, I still, you know, I don't need my dust collection remote. Do I? Can I take it off?
You sure can.
And now
Yeah.
let's keep this. Let's see now that it goes like that. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's glue up this side. Now I've already got my alignment biscuits over there that go with this side. We're not just a ton concerned with the extra glue, are we?
No,
Because it sands off.
that's
doesn't it?
right.
Okay, so that, and then that'll go with that. You know, I really wouldn't even have to glue that side.
That's true.
Wouldn't have to, but is there such a thing as too much glue?
Never.
Yeah.
Always glue your wood.
Oh my gosh.
Always.
What do I tell people all the time about when it comes to glue? I mean, just putting wood together. What do I say?
You've got to have glue.
I glue everything.
You've got to
man.
have glue.
If it's wood,
you do.
if it's a wood joint, it's got some kind of glue in it.
For
Adhesive,
sure.
something, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I'm a huge fan of that. And then if I have to nail a little something, like a little brad nail or whatever, but I've got the glue, what do I tell you? I don't know if you remember. Let the nail hold it until
The
the glue
glue
dries.
sits.
And then I count on the glue to hold it.
That's it.
Keep things from coming apart and all the things, right?
Right. Oh, it's going to be exciting. It's about to go together. First piece. Here we go.
I don't like that one. Hand me some pliers right there.
For sure.
Please?
What you got in here? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, so
Right on top. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Let's see if I can pull this one back out. It was a little bit tight. Let's just pass on that one.
Oh, that's
Is that
beautiful.
better?
Beautiful.
Okay. Goes like that. Now, we just want to that's all I cared about putting it together. All right, for now, the clamps are going to pull it up so it goes like that. I'm going to glue that side first.
So we've done. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So we've done a lot of work for this sweet couple.
Oh my gosh, they're so cool.
We've known them since high school.
Hey, we went to school with them.
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
sure did.
Sure did.
And so we really have had so much fun and excitement. So tell me a little bit about the treehouse journey. That you wouldn't believe it, guys.
Oh, you remember that?
That would have been the best video. Unbelievable what Grant did.
It was my first job with them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I used to live in Mississippi, and I just moved back. Well, a storm came through. That couple knew I was back in town. They're like, oh, a storm came through. We got two problems. They lost a fence, but they were going to do a different fence. Ooh, I don't like that one. They were going to do a different fence, I think, at that time. And then, but they had a tree house, and what had happened, it was a cool tree house. Well, it's sad. And what had happened was, it was a tree house on stilts, but on 3 legs. But then the fourth leg was a tree, and then the storm took it out. Whoo! So I go out there. This tree house is all leaning like this, and it looked like it was about to fall. And they're like, hey, you think you can help us out? You think you salvage this treehouse? If you can't, that's fine. And I looked at it and I'm like, well, we really don't have anything to lose. Let me just give it a shot and see what I can do. And they're like, not only do I want to salvage it, I kind of want to move it. That's what they said. I kind of want to move it from where it was closer to the house to further away from the house, across this ditch thing. And anyway. So I'm like, well, yeah, let me just see what I can do. So here we go. 2 days? Did I do it in 2 days? Did I get it shored up and
Yes,
everything?
for sure.
So I shored it up, cut the legs, literally cut the legs off of it, and now it's just sitting on temporary legs. But I had them out where I could back a trailer under the treehouse. Back my trailer under it. I better hurry up. Back my trailer under it. Built temporary walls and secured it to the trailer with screws. I had screws and braces everywhere. Took my other legs out from underneath it, and now all of a sudden, here's this treehouse up 8.5 foot high, sitting on my trailer, my flat trailer. I'm like, okay.
And
I guess now let's see what happens when we drive it to its new location. See how that's going to work.
And what was the tilt, the incline that you
Oh,
had
it
to?
was awful, guys. Oh my God, scared me to death. So I go across this ditch, and then when I come back out of that ditch, this treehouse is now like this on the trailer coming up this hill.
And that's about the time I pull up
You
and
pull
see
up
it.
and you're like, oh my gosh, he's about
It was,
to lose it.
but I knew he wouldn't lose it. I knew he wouldn't. I knew you
I
weren't going to
was
lose
so
it.
nervous. God, I was so nervous.
It was so cool.
But then I got it. I drove it over there where its new home was, and I'm like, well, we made it this far. So, and so then I did the reverse. I shored it up outside of my trailer where I could then pull the shoring up that was on the trailer so that I could drive out. Then I could put in new permanent legs to hold this thing up. It's huge. It was huge.
Yes.
10 by 14, 8 by 14 maybe. It was a pretty good sized treehouse with a gable roof and some wind. It had a couple of windows, tin roof, wood siding. And so then we ended up building, after we got it set up, we put a sandbox under it, put some new steps, some cool steps. They go up, steps go up, there's a little landing turn go up. Added some slides off of it, a swing, I'll get it in a minute, a schlep, a swing sled off of it.
That's a special thing.
Yeah, that's one.
That's for the special request.
Yeah.
Go try to buy that at Amazon.
Yeah,
And they have 4 grandsons,
oh my gosh.
little grandsons, so they are having a ball.
Yeah, that was my first project. So you was asking about the projects and this and that. But then it just worked out so good. Well, that's frustrating.
Swooped up.
But then major success with that. And so then they just started calling us for pretty much everything.
I think he remodeled every room in their house.
We added
Except-
on outside some timber frame. Oh, that was super cool. Big fence. You remember the fence project?
Sure. Yes, and post big. Stone.
Stone post.
Gorgeous.
Column. I mean, they're 2.5 foot square probably and 8 foot tall.
We'll
That's
have a home tour eventually. We'll show everybody what all we've done.
It's just it was just the good stuff for sure.
This desk is going to be amazing.
Hey, let me mention something real quick about. You would think if somebody's going to do some intricate, pretty expensive projects, man, somebody's going to need a drawing somewhere and approve it, right? These guys, man, they trusted us to just to hook them up. I didn't like that either. And we're like, okay. And so we, as far as we know, we hadn't let them down yet.
No.
And this is 5 years
Yes.
that we've been working for these guys.
Yep. And it's been just such a blessing.
Oh my goodness, Laura Lee, we've got some of these biscuits have somehow gathered moisture
Sure.
and they won't go in. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. We'll make it.
That's right.
But that's what happens with these biscuits. They'll you got to keep them sealed up. You can't just let them hang out. Oh, they'll swell up and they won't go in, and it's just frustrating. But it's all good. We'll make it.
Tell me about this roll of paper you have underneath to protect your.
Oh my gosh! So this is MDF top here. Who cares, right? If it gets, but y'all know what water does to MDF. No bueno. So I'm trying to protect this MDF top. Oh, we've got a video somewhere on this build.
Oh, that's sure.
Guys,
sure.
y'all stick around. Y'all will see that. That's a cool. It's a cool project. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool project.
This whole shop is a work in progress.
Oh yeah. So
It'll always evolve and change, and but gosh, you've done so much, and it's very user friendly. The things that you have made that have come out of this shop are amazing.
It's been cool. It's been a lot of fun. Couple of kitchens,
Yeah.
hadn't it?
Yes.
We've built.
And we got the shop ready. And when we were building the house, we've done a lot.
And I did quite a bit before even we moved in the house to the shop, but so we could get our house ready.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to build certain shelving and our closet and pieces and parts in the house before we moved in.
That's right.
So we'll do the tour someday, but this is a shop house where we're at. So the house is literally through that wall,
Yeah, right behind me.
right behind you.
There's the shop bathroom.
Yeah.
Very, very handy. Well, you're doing such a great job.
What do you think? Think we
You
can
are.
make it?
I think you're gonna be cinching up your clamps any second.
Yep. Okay, so this is it. Just glue this one. We're gonna pull all this up tight, wipe off some of this glue here, and little bitty splinter right there. There we go. But you guys will see here in just a minute the how important. Well, yeah, it's just helpful to have made these straight before we glue them up. All right. Did you hand me a dead blow hammer? Just a little tap tap. Thank you. Like that, like that, like that. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's get it. There we go. You see what I was talking about
I sure
here?
do. Yeah.
So, anyway, let me get to here.
We've got a few clamps. I don't think we're gonna run out.
Well, hey, I don't know. It's amazing. Hey, we've run out before, haven't we?
Yes.
All those.
Yes.
It's like, ooh, we was proud to have what we had.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. You guys that are woodworkers, y'all know the thing. It's almost like a joke.
Can
Ain't
never
no
have.
such thing as having too many clamps.
That's right.
I'll be the first one to admit that. But it's
So-
kind of a joke.
What are your favorite ones? Do you like this Jorgensen or do you like your Irwin better?
They all do the job for me. I'm not gonna. Man, I don't know. They're fine. They all do good. I'm gonna get that off of that. They all do good. Oh yeah. Then I'll do one there. Get that glue off. Pull that up there. And yeah, I'm gonna want to do one here. Here's that what this is. Now, can I get that in
You know it.
and turn it?
You know it.
Come on with it. Perfect. Here it is. Okay. We probably don't need to take everybody along for the next section. Probably not. This is probably, they'll get it, right? Let's
right.
get this glue off right here. That's nasty looking.
A lot of
A
glue.
little bit of a ridge right there, but
It'll sand off.
look how far apart those biscuits are.
Okay.
I should have put a biscuit right there.
Would a weight help?
It's gonna cause me some grief sanding. Just extra, not grief, just extra sanding. If I don't pull that down a little bit. Sometimes, I mean, that board could have easily been very straight and it wouldn't have needed that alignment biscuit. But in this case, it needed it, didn't it?
It did.
All right, so what do we want to do right there? That, if I can't reach back here, that's not going to pull that down. That's not going to reach back there. Let's try something. Let's see. I'm still, if I could, oh man. this needs to be underneath. Is where it needs to be. So that's not going to, yeah, that, all that did is roll this edge up. We don't want that.
This is neat. We're going to see.
I think it'll be just fine. Shove this over right there. Yep, that'll be just fine.
Awesome.
This
Yeah.
bad boy right here, this 3M sander, that's gonna take care of business when it comes time to flatten this out.
No
Hey,
doubt.
these sanders right here, what do you hear me say about these? Junk!
That's
I'm
it.
gonna do a review on these sanders someday. Guys, don't buy these right here. This one, it's weak. This bad boy right here is all that.
Proud to have it.
Hey, okay, so we got this half glued up. Let's just get to the other half. So it's probably that time of day, right? We'll clean up and call it done. Start building cabinets tomorrow. Hey, let's finish our build up underneath
That would be
tomorrow,
fun. Sure.
which will be the next video, and we'll start our cabinets. God bless, folks.